Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Tennessee Titans versus Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
On second down, it's Henry, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. There on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Brings up
certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
By the Dolphins. They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete to number 38.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Damon Harrison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
5-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early holiday shoppers, partner, or you want these guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
At the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
He's got Smith here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. 6-0 our score after 1.
First quarter with the score Titans 6. Dolphins.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Locke looks to throw it again. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, Burrito. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Breida. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled it.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
It's a gain of
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and
3 yards to go.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now Locke again to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, it's Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but now it's third and goal. And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Again, they'll throw with Locke. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
The Titans will line up.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
From the gun, it's Locke. And he's brought down. Successful. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua looking downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Good go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught by Parker. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Tua to Parker there for the Miami 1st. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Block. They set up the screen for Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's good.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This will be caught by Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Block. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. The Titans again will line up here to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun. Block. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Tua now on 1st down. This complete to Jones. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Thrown away and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
To go.
Tua, the final shot before half. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
At his 48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggle so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
With it is Jackson. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Derrick Henry.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
The ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Locke. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. It took them an extra look. So here are the Titans now as they'll again go for 2. Shotgun snap to Lock. It's complete. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Tua. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there. 1st down.
1st down, Dolphins.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Their own 26-yard line.
A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Raekwon McMillan.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34.
Here's Locke. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
The 16-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and...
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Block going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. To throw it is lock. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And this offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into...
Look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He completes it to Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
On the throw.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
To number 80.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Dolphins.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
For the field goal, a 36-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
The 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
The 2-point conversion.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leaned back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Tua Tagovailoa sacked. A loss of 5 yards.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, 31 yards. And this Titan offense is running away with this one. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. His throw incomplete.
Is no good on the fake.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10.
Here's Tua.
Good go.
And that will be incomplete.
Tagovailoa's pass intended for Devontae Parker. Incomplete.
It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
At their own
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Lock to throw for it on fourth. And this is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Makes the score Titans 56.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
56.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.